The Manton Rangers are live on 1071thedrive.com. The live stream is sponsored by the 308, Bostic's Drugstore, Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Cadillac GMC, Lucky Forest Products, the Manton Booster Club, and the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center. Now let's head to the stadium and join the voice of the Rangers, Rick Swanson.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Manton Ranger Football on 1071thedrive.com. I'm Rick Swanson. I'll be providing the play-by-play, and joining me is Jordan Shepler to offer his insight and analysis during our ball game. It's week 2 of the 2019 high school football season, and the Rangers are in Manton tonight for their home opener of the year. Jordan, welcome once again, and just as last week was exciting opening the 2019 season, the home opener's a great time as well.
Yeah, very excited to be back, Coach, and the band's fired up, the captains are on the field, and we are getting ready here for some Manton Ranger football, our home opener. It's exciting place to be tonight.
This year we will be streaming all the Varsity Ranger games for you, home and away, on the internet. And, of course, if you are listening to us, you know how to do that. But you might be talking to others during the week, and if they wonder where we're at and why we're not on the regular radio again, you can fill them in. Tell them that they just have to have a connection to the internet, iPad, computer, phone, and go to 1071thedrive.com. Hop on the webpage of the radio station and scroll down. You'll see a box that says click here for Manton Ranger Sports or Manton Ranger Football, and they can get us pretty easily. So you can help spread the word a little bit, and we would certainly appreciate that. For the next 7 Friday nights, anyway, you can catch Manton Ranger football action right here. And if playoff action happens to follow, we'll be there also. All the games have a 7 o'clock kickoff, and our pregame begins at about 6:40. Well, as mentioned tonight, we are in Manton, and the Rangers host Lake City to begin Highland Conference play. Historically, these two teams have met since 1970, Manton's second year of football. Lake City won that first game 8-0. But now, Jordan, this is the 40th meeting between these two schools, and Lake City has a decided edge, winning 28 of the 39 so far. Manton last defeated Lake City in 2014. And, of course, as we know, Jordan, because we did some of these playoff games, the Trojans of Lake City are coming off the most successful 2 years of football in program history. 2 undefeated regular seasons, 2 Highland Conference titles, 2 state semifinal appearances. They finished 12-1 overall each year. However, 17 seniors were lost to graduation, and the Trojans are looking for players to fill a lot of spots. Their JV team went 7-1-1 last year, so the talent's still there, but it might take a few games for them to reach their stride. They did lose their opener last week to New Lothrop, a very tough team they saw in the semis last year, 54-7.
Yeah, New Lothrop was the state champs last year, and we called that game in Lake City, and that was a tight game. But Lake City took one on the chin last week, and they're going to come out ready to fire, Coach, and be ready to rock and roll. They got the 2 most successful seasons of their whole program, really the most successful seasons in our area. I mean, besides Beale City, what other teams have had some good runs like what we've seen,
right,
you know?
exactly.
So they're fun to watch. They got a lot of kids come out there. This is their program in Lake City. You know, some schools have basketball, baseball. Lake City has football.
Well, Manton has finished 4-5 overall in each of the last 2 seasons. Last season was interesting in the sense that the Rangers were truly a home and away team. That is, they won all 4 home games and they dropped all 5 on the road. Well, last week we were hoping to see that trend reverse itself, but it didn't. The road woes continued as they dropped their season opener in Joburg 32-20. And the challenging schedule the Rangers have this year features 6 opponents who made the playoffs a year ago. So week in and week out, the Manton Rangers will have their work cut out for them, Jordan, that's for sure.
Yeah, and they played a good team in Joburg last week, Coach, and that was a fun game to call. We were down there, and we've seen 2 completely different teams play their type of football. And I think we learned last week, Coach, that Manton can be a throwing team if they need to be. And I expect that Coach Solani has spent this week working on some things that they needed to fix. And now they're ready to rock and roll for this week with their home opener versus the Trojans. And this is an important game for them, Coach. Next to McBain, this is one of the most important games of the year.
You bet it is. You are listening to Manton Ranger Football, streaming live on 1071thedrive.com. Now, I'd like to thank our sponsors who have stepped up to make this possible. They are Lucky Forest Products of Manton, Cadillac Java and Java 2, Bostic's Drugstore in downtown Manton, Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Cadillac GMC, Manton Booster Club, the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, and in Manton, the 308 Pub and Grill. Please thank them for their support, and if appropriate, maybe give them some business as well. And if you would like to join our list of sponsors, call 231-876-1079 for information. That's 231-876-1079 to help sponsor local high school sports, because without our sponsors, no Manton Ranger football for our fans to enjoy. Jordan, let's turn our attention now to the two teams that we have going at it tonight. We are in Manton for the Highland Conference opener for both Manton and Lake City. This is the first of 7 conference games in a row for both these teams in the newly expanded Highland Conference that we talked about last week. Roscommon and Houghton Lake are the two new ones. So, Jordan, let's look at Lake City first, a powerhouse in northern Michigan, as we were saying, the last 2 seasons, finishing 12-1 overall each year.
Yeah, they finished 12-1 overall those 2 years under Kyle Smith. He's the head coach in his 4th year. He's had extreme success with back-to-back years in 17 and 18. But, Coach, he's lost 17 seniors from last year's team, including the entire starting backfield and linemen. Gone are familiar names such as their quarterback Matthew Holt, Devin Davis, Miles McLeod, who was both the smash mouth runner up the middle and their defensive guy, Noah Thome, and Thomas Bloomberg for their big guy on the line. Tight end and linebacker Ben Marion is probably the most recognizable name returning. They have a strong numbers with 27 on the roster. 8 playoff games the past 2 seasons. Coach, that's like playing a whole another season inside a season.
It is. 8 other games that other teams aren't getting.
Their defense last year only allowed 6 points per game during the regular season, 13 points per game, including the playoffs. That comes from their new Lothrop game, that high-scoring one that we did there.
Right.
Coach Smith wants the defense flying to the ball and to confuse the offense. Offensively, he's looking to have a balanced attack. Last week, Coach, they had struggled running the ball a little bit, so they ended up throwing the ball 25 times under Hunter Bisball. He's the new quarterback taking over for Holt. He was 10 for 25 for 169 yards and a touchdown pass to Tyler McGinnis in the 54-7 loss last week.
You know, Jordan, if we looked at the last 2 seasons with these great teams that Lake City had, Manton actually played Lake City really tough each time. 2 years ago here, I don't know if you were here maybe doing the PA announcing at that time, but Manton actually led Lake City at halftime 2 years ago before Lake City pulled away in the second half. And then last year, Manton lost over at Lake City in a very respectable 21-7 game, and only 2 others all year long held Lake City to fewer points than Manton did.
Yeah, that's what we had talked about last year. Is we had the defense to do it. We just didn't put the points up on the board. But we, like our defense coach, they're able to hold some teams last year and play Lake City tough. So out of the Highland Conference, I would say that Manton was right up there with their competitiveness and able to play with that team. So hopefully we can be in that same realm this year and pull it out.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how each of these teams rebounds. Both of them losing the opener last week. Of course, Lake City went against that tough New Lothrop team, the defending state champion, the team that beat them in the semifinals last year. And that game was actually shortened, called in the third quarter because of lightning. I just saw today, Jordan, that Everett's game last week went to 1 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, my goodness.
As they had weather delays. But Lake City had theirs called in the third quarter instead of extending it. And then, of course, the Rangers lost a tough one in Joburg. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. So now let's look at the Manton Rangers for a moment. Manton last qualified for the playoffs in 2014. Last season started very promising. They won 4 of their first 5, but then they finished the season losing 4 consecutive games on the road to finish 4-5 for the second straight year.
Yeah, the Rangers are coming out, Coach, under the second year with head coach Eric Solani. He's excited about the possibilities and potential that his team has, and I think we've seen bits and pieces and spurts of that last week that was real well, looked real good on our end. We have several backs and receivers are returning. However, the line is a bit inexperienced, Coach, and we had a little bit of that A little bit of that sighting last week. Solani wants a balanced offense attack with running and passing, but their success against the opponent's defense and what that defense gives them will dictate how balanced they can be. He wants to work one play at a time, so if we find something that's working, like last week, the passing game, then we'll do that too. Offensively, last week, Coach, we were doomed with some fumbles and penalties and a few drop passes. Some stuff right down there in the red zone on the goal line.
Boy, it sure was. It sure was.
So offensively, last week we saw a no-huddle, up-tempo approach, had trouble with a consistent ground game, so we went to the passing game and showed some promise there with Lane Helsel. He threw for 230 yards and a touchdown. Isaac Radin had 118 receiving yards and 50 rushing yards. He is extremely quick out there, Coach. And Jacob Hahn had 2 rushing touchdowns, and he had some really long runs. But we didn't have we were unable to get some long, substantial drives going. And I think we need to wear down their defense a little bit more and have our offense spend a little bit more time on the field. Defensively, Jake Rupert stood out with 21 tackles. Rangers struggled stopping Joburg on the ground and lost time of possession badly. Caleb Moore had an interception right there in the first part of the game. Joburg had went to the air, Coach, and I think that was about maybe the only time they tried to do it, and then they intercepted.
They shied away from it. Of course, they have over the years. Joburg's not a throwing team. They want to just ram it down your throat if they can and try to wear down the defense that goes against them, that's for sure. We are in Manton tonight. If you're just joining us, we've got a good crowd. The field's going to be a little bit slick. It was 60 degrees when I pulled in tonight, and a little mist. It's not raining, not even a sprinkle, but there is a little mist in the air, and it might hinder the footing a little bit on the turf tonight. We'll see as we go through the ball game. But it should be a very competitive game for you with 2 neighboring rivals, and of course both teams would like to get that first win after losing the openers last week. You are listening to Manton Ranger Football on 1071thedrive.com. As we were saying, Jordan, if you take that fumble at the goal line last week, turn it into a touchdown, catch that drop pass in the end zone right before halftime, eliminate a couple of penalties, and Manton's got that ball game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, there was multiple times where, Manton had a play, and we were consistently saying, "Oh, we're calling it back," or Manton, we're calling it back. We had a time there where he ran 7 or 8 plays, and 5 or 6 of them was penalties, so we didn't get to count any of them.
The field's now being occupied by the Manton Marching Band. They're getting ready to present our national anthem. The teams are lined up for the anthem. So we are going to take a short timeout here in Manton, and we'll be back after the national anthem and get this ball game underway. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Good evening, and welcome to Manton High School for today's Highway Pennant Boundless matchup between the Lake City Trojans, your hometown Manton Rangers.
Are you in the mood for amazing food at a reasonable price? Well, look no further than 308 Pub and Grill in Manton. It all kicks off on Tuesday with wings for just 50 cents traditional and 65 cent boneless. Wednesday is burger baskets for $4.99, and Thursday is dollar taco night. Friday is steak night and starts at $9.99. The local 308 has comedy night the last Saturday of every month with no cover, so enjoy the laughs on us. Sunday, get 2 of our signature wood-fired pizzas for just $18, dine-in only. The local 308 is a proud supporter of the Manton Rangers and major supporter of Local First.
Don's Auto Clinic, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and High Point GMC Cadillac continue to grow together to serve you better. Our staffs are a group of hardworking individuals who, just like you, get the job done every day by showing the dedication and determination to teamwork. You will not find a more dedicated team making the car or truck buying experience more seamless and easy. Locally owned dealerships, proud to support all local high school sports. We're behind you all the way.
Welcome back, everyone. Rick Swanson with Jordan Shepler bringing you Manton Ranger football in week 2 of the 2019 football season from Manton tonight. This is also the first Highland Conference matchup of the year with the Rangers, 4-5 last season, hosting the two-time defending Highland Conference champion Trojans of Lake City, 12-1 1 year ago. Right now, the starting lineups are being introduced on the field. And I want to remind you to stay with us at halftime tonight. We will have a review of the scoring, first half statistics. We will also have a special guest up in the press box. Manton Superintendent Len Morrow will be stopping by, and we'll talk to him about the current state of affairs, you might say, at Manton High School. Also, I'm going to ask him the path that he took in graduating from Manton that led him back here to be the superintendent. It'll be interesting to talk to Mr. Morrow at halftime, so you want to stay around and catch that. Well, Jordan, what would you expect to see after seeing the Rangers open it up last week? What would you expect to see from them offensively? Think they're going to come out with throwing the ball as they did last week, or see if they can establish a running game?
I think they might. I think they're going to come out and try to establish a running game, but I wouldn't think it's going to be too far long after that, Coach, that they're going to be able to realize that I think they're going to have maybe a height advantage on the outside, and I think that we can get Rigneris, McKernan, and some of those guys. McKernan standing at 6'2", Rigneris 6'2", Parker Siddle at 6'4", Coach. I think we're going to be able to throw the ball. Lane House will be able to get it out there, and I think a lot of what we've seen last week, Coach, if we don't have the line enough to hold our blocks, if we need to get that ball to the outside, we'll just snap the ball and do a quick pass to the outside, get it to our playmakers in space. And, that was successful last week, so I don't think it'll be long we'll be there.
No, I think you're right. That part of the game did look very good, especially for the first game. But you're right with the height advantage also. We talked about that last week. We thought that Regnaris could be a good target and McKernan a good target because they did have some shorter cornerbacks covering them on the outside. And we'll see if they happen to have that same height advantage tonight, because certainly could go in the Rangers' favor. I think sometimes just you take that height advantage, throw up a little jump ball, and let them go get it. To start the ballgame tonight, the Rangers are going to be kicking off. They won the toss and will defer to the second half. They will kick. Lake City on the receiving end. Manton will be going from left to right in this first quarter. Lake City going from right to left. Tonight, Manton is in full black jersey, black pants with the white numbers. And Lake City in their road uniforms, white jerseys, black pants, red helmets, and black and red lettering. We're ready to go. Sophomore Luke McKernan doing the kicking. He was also the kickoff man a year ago as a freshman. A little year of experience under his belt. We'll get the Highland Conference underway tonight. Got 3 other games also going in conference play. Here's our kick. Taken at the 20-yard line, fumbled, picked up again, and making a wide cut to the right side of the field, out across the 30 is the return man.
Coach taking a kick there was taken by Mr. Bukovic. He bobbled the kickoff there, muffed it a little bit, and the Rangers were able to get down there and not secure the tackle. So probably a 10 to 12, 13-yard return, Coach, and the Rangers will have it, or the Trojans will have it 1st and 10 on their own 32, 33-yard line. And we got some guys on the outside here. Lake City going with the spread with a 1 back.
Shotgun. Bisbal with the ball, hands off on a little delayed play up the middle, and boy, defense snuffed that one out, and it's going to be a loss of a couple on that first running play for Lake City.
Nice tackle there by Rupert, Coach. He was able to get up the middle, and I think it was a mix-up in the backfield. Maybe a little bit looked like a hesitation, and they handed it to the halfback, and Rupert was able to make a good stick in the backfield, and loss of 2.
It was textbook tackle. 2nd down and 12. Lake City comes out of it, spread 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 1 setback along with Bisbal. Takes a snap in the shotgun. Looking over the middle, he's got a pass completed out near the 40-yard line at about the 39. That's Ben Marion on the reception for Lake City. I'm sure we'll see him tonight quite a few times.
Coach, I would think that's probably, we're going to get real used to hearing that name tonight. And the problem that we're having is he's coming across the center right in front of our corner, and they're able to put it right on the numbers.
Gain of 10 on the pass play. 3rd down and 2. Bisbal with the ball, looking to his left. Got a completion out near midfield, and the receiver stretches across just into Manton territory at the 49-yard line, and that is a 1st down after a gain of 11 on the pass play.
Pass taken by Schichtel on the left side of the field, was able to get the ball. Same thing that the Rangers did last week, a quick snap and out to the outside and getting in space. And another gain of 11 and moving the sticks again, and they're doing it again.
Hunter Bisbal, the junior quarterback, taking over from Matthew Holt. He takes it this time, keeps it himself. He had the option as a possibility, but kept it himself. Met at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Rangers read that one pretty well, Jordan.
Yep, that was a good read by Rupert. He come right up in the middle there. There was an option play, and the quarterback kept it and tucked it up and went inside for no gain. And good tackle by Rupert. That's 2 good tackles by him tonight already starting out.
Ball is spotted at the line of scrimmage, so 2nd down and 10. Just nicely underway here in Manton tonight. 10 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter. Trojans come out, spread left, 3 receivers, 1 receiver to the right. From the shotgun, Bisbal. Handoff coming wide left, looking for some opening. And there is a cutback, and Jack Pedler able to make a big gain for the Trojans. He tried to take it wide, cut it back, and nice gain of about 16 on the running play. 1st down.
Coach, that was going to be a stretch all the way out to the left, and he's seen a seam there. We did have some a little bit of a footing issue there with some of our middle secondary, but Lake City keeping this spread.
It is spread, total spread offense. 1 setback, Bisbal straight back to pass. Now scrambling, throws long to the left, just over his intended receiver, Taylor Butkovich. But it's a nice-looking ball. He let it down the sideline, the left sideline. Just overthrown, incomplete. 2nd down, 10.
Coach, that was a good pass on the scramble by Bisbal. He was able to get out to his left, roll out with pressure on him, and he actually overthrew his guy, Coach.
Perfect pass would have got in there. Receiver did have just a step on his defender.
Yep.
But just a little overthrown. Again, spread formation on 2nd down. Bisbal in the shotgun. Jack Pedler, lone setback. Fakes it to him, looking to his right. Throws it out there. And Rangers with the interception. And dropped right there at about the 7-yard line. Pass underthrown just a little bit. And the Rangers went up and grabbed it for the first turnover of the game, and the Rangers will go on offense for the 1st time.
Coach, you cannot play defense much better than that. Lane Helsel out there, Coach. The ball was lobbed up to the right-hand side. He was right there with his guy, and the ball was a little bit underthrown. He was able to get underneath it and secure it. So now the Rangers go on offense, Coach. Looks like on maybe their own 9-yard line.
Yeah, deep in their own territory. 1st down. From the shotgun is Helsel in motion. Isaac Radin on the jet sweep, trying to get around the right side, and was able to pick out a few before he was forced out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 6 on the play.
I like the way the Rangers were outside holding their blocks on the right-hand side, Coach, with Radin with his speed. They don't have to hold him too long, but they got to hold it just enough for him to get around the edge so they can make sure that they can get some yardage and get some positive plays here in the run game, Coach, so we don't have to become one-dimensional.
Radin set up in the slot position that time on the left side and came to his right. From the shotgun, Helsel, spread formation, now looking to his right, deep, heaves it out there, just overthrown. Cole Regneris got just fingertips on it on his right hand, laid out for it, but just overthrown, missed him by just a hair.
Yeah, that's the same thing we just seen from the Trojans. Just a good pass, just was overthrown a little bit, and I think, Coach, we're going to have something there.
3rd down and a long 3 for the Rangers. Big play here to keep this opening drive alive for the Rangers. Lake City has turned their first possession over on the interception. Helsel with the keep, trying to make something happen up the middle, and maybe got a yard across the 15 to the 16, but that's going to be it. It's going to bring up a 4th down, 4th and
a long
when they mark it here, about 1, 4th and 1.
Coach, that was a read play by Helsel. He put the ball inside the halfback and held on to it halfback would have, it was a good read by Helsel. Halfback would have had a loss, and Helsel was able to get something out of nothing there, and we're going for it on 4th down.
Jacob Hahn back in punt formation, fakes it, but then he runs to right, gets the kickoff, hits at the 42, takes a Ranger bounce out near midfield, and Lake City will take over 1st and 10 on the Ranger 49-yard line. Well, both teams on their first possessions feeling each other out, and Lake City able to get a first down, Manton 3 and out on their first possession.
I like what I've seen from the Rangers there, Coach, though. We were able to get to the outside with our speed, and I also think that we're going to have something in the pass game. We just missed our guy. I think I think a lot of what the Rangers are doing is they're throwing it over top, and I think we can get some slant patterns and stuff in there with our height and get in front of our defenders.
We're going to see similar offensive patterns tonight. Spread formation both ways. This time, Bisbal keeps it, and around the left end, knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line of the Rangers. We'll give them a gain of 3 on the play. Bisbal was looking to his left, and nothing opened up. We'll call that good coverage by the Manton secondary, and Bisbal kept it out of bounds.
Yeah, it was good coverage. No one was there. McKernan was able to stay home and come up and make the play. And so, a short gain, and the Rangers are back at it here again with 2nd and long, and we'll see what they can do. Another split, 2-2.
We've got a little movement that time on the line before the snap. Flags flying all over the place. And we'll see if Manton jumped or Lake City pulled them off.
We're going to have a penalty on the offense here.
It is procedure penalty against Lake City. It'll cost them 5 yards. That's going to move it back. Still remains 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Ball back across midfield now on the Lake City side of the 50.
So, Manton got lucky there because they were going across. I think they were going on, Lake City was going on 2.
Spread formation, 1 setback. And the handoff is to Peddler, who was right behind Bisbal as he lined up. And he's brought down at the 47-yard line. So gain of about 3 on the play. And Lake City has 3rd and about 9. Big opportunity for the Ranger defense.
Yeah, good opportunity here, Coach. And if they do punt, we'll still have okay field position. We won't be buried too far in our own end zone or our own end of the field. And then Rupert's 3rd tackle of the night, Coach. He's looking good in the middle.
This time Bisbal under center with an I formation. Hands off to Peddler. The deep back, and he is stopped. But we get a flag come flying in. Boy, the Ranger defense really stepped up to that play with a loss of a couple on the – but we'll see what the flag is.
Hahn was over there on the left side, Coach, and he was able just to shed his block. He was able to shed his block, and now we got a penalty on Lake City. I can imagine it's probably going to be –
it is a hold against Lake City. And
should
Rangers
be declined.
Yeah. That's going to bring up 4th down after a loss of 2 on that play.
Coach, that's all Hahn right there. The ball was running right there. The guy was fouling his blocker. Hahn was able to shed his blocker and get a hand on and wait for the Rangers to come in and help swoop up on the tackle. Nice play by Hahn.
Ranger defense stepping up that time. It's going to be 3 and out, so to speak. Lake City now in punt formation, 4th and 11. Snap is good. The kick is away. Good-looking kick taken at about the 16. Here's the 30. Radin's got some running room out to the 40. Isaac Radin on the punt return and gives the Rangers pretty good field.
He took that kick back at the 10 with a 30-yard return.
That was a line drive. It got to him quick, and that gave him a little more running room.
Yeah, and it was a good kick. I mean, it was, a 50-yard punt.
So the Rangers have the football for the 2nd time tonight. First down on their own 40. Helsel in the shotgun, rolling to his left, looking downfield. And he's got a completion at the 50-yard line. Just short of the first down, and that's McKernan with the reception. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Rangers.
Gain of 9.
Make that a short one.
Yeah, a real short one. Nice route by McKernan. He got out there and he found a spot and he sat down and Helsel was able to find him. And I think that's what the Rangers are going to be able to find, Coach, is that the over the top stuff is going to be there. But if we can get out there and find some space and get inside these zone spaces a little bit and let Helsel put it on the money, we can make that happen.
Spread formation. Helsel in the shotgun. Hahn, the 1 setback. Here goes Raiden in motion, gets the football on jet sweep again. This time Lake City sniffs it out, and they actually drop him for a loss of about 3 on the play. Nice gain the first time they run it, but not the second time.
Yep, Lake City was able to get back there, Coach, and meet us behind the line of scrimmage that time. We're unable to shake the tackle, and we did come up with a loss. So I expected them to go back to the air here.
3rd down and 3 on their own 47-yard line. Spread again. Helsel in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hahn goes in motion. He gets the pass and actually falls incomplete. It was tipped by a Lake City defender. The pass then was short. Hahn dove for it, and if he had caught it, Jordan would have been there anyway because his knees were on the ground.
Yep, and that was actually a good setup, Coach. If that would have been a clean pass, I think we would have had something there, but they did get tipped in the backfield by the Trojans, and now the Rangers have a decision to make here on 4th down, 4th and 4.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it, maybe try and pull them off sides. Well, they did. They did. Helsel with a hard count, and the Trojans were ready to jump, and it's going to cost them 5 yards, and that's going to give the Rangers a first down.
It's going to give us a first down by 1 yard. That's all we needed. We got 5. We needed 4, and we got a fresh set of downs, Coach.
So the ball now on Lake City's side of the field at the Trojan 47.5-yard line. First down, Rangers.
I think we're going to see the Rangers go to the air, Coach, and if it is going to be something to the outside, it's going to be a quick pass to get there.
Quick handoff up the middle.
That's
Jacob
why
Hahn,
right there.
And nothing there. First time Jacobs had the ball here tonight. And, boy, Lake City was ready for that one. Loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and long for the Rangers.
Coach, I think that's why we're going to have the Rangers. They're going to be, if we're going to run the ball, it's going to be from the outside.
Helsel looking deep down the left side, wide open as a receiver, and he's got it inside the 25-yard line. Isaac Raiden on the reception. Big play for the Rangers and a first down.
Raiden was able to shed his guy that was on him, and he was in between his guy and the safety, and there was no one near him. He was able to pull that ball in. Now we're down, Coach, into the 28, 29-yard line.
30-yard pass play from Helsel to Raiden. First down, Rangers. Here's a snap in the shotgun. Gives it to Hahn, going to his right. Goes over a couple defenders to the 20, maybe just inside the 20-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and about 7 for the Rangers.
Good run by Hahn there, Coach. He was coming around the right-hand side, and the hole kind of closed up, and he just forced his way through there and didn't try to do anything fancy. That was a good set of running, and we're back at it.
Helsel, quick pass out on the left flat, completed, and inside the 15 or right at the 15 they mark it. So a gain of 5 on the pass play. Third and about 2 now for the Rangers. Did you catch who on the receiving end of that one,
I think
George?
that one might have been McKernan.
We're in the first quarter here in Manton. 4:18 left to go. First quarter, no score yet. Rangers this time. Helsel in the shotgun faked the handoff on the jet sweep, kept it himself right up the middle, and he's got plenty for the first down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal to go at the 10 for the Rangers.
After consistent handoffs to the outside for the sweep, Coach, he was able to pull that one out and get the yards that he needed to get up the middle.
Helsel looking downfield, pass up in the air, and
Coach, that was a good pass. Like you mentioned, blanket coverage by the Trojans. We had more in the back of the end zone there too. If we could have took the pass a little bit deeper there, but good read on Rigneris, Coach. I think we're still going to stay on that and keep riding the right-hand side of the field over here on the wide side.
10th play of the drive coming up. Spread formation. Helsel in the shotgun, 2nd and goal. Quick pitch to Hahn, down to the 5, inside the 5-yard line to the 4. That went just off right tackle. Jacob found a little running room, gain of 6 on the play. And the Rangers are knocking on the door.
Nice pitch play there, Coach. Caught Lake City off guard again, and now we are 5 yards away from putting the first touchdown on the board tonight for the Rangers.
third down, obviously 4-down territory. They got a couple chances to go 4 yards. In the spread, Helsel's got the snap, shotgun, looking to throw, looks in the end zone, and just out of the hands
of
McKernan in the back of the end zone. And that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Rangers.
Coach, that was a good play. Helsel rolled out to his left and found McKernan. He kind of had to throw across his body there a little bit, but it still put it there. It went off McKernan's hands. We were able to get the ball and get an open guy. Coach, I think we can put it in here.
4th down, big play. Helsel back throw, looks to his right, heaves it up in the air, looking for the jump ball, and it falls incomplete in the corner of the end zone. And that's going to turn the ball over on downs to Lake City. So lost opportunity, a nice extended drive by the Rangers, which we did not see last week. So at least that part of it's good to see.
Coach, that was good to see that drive, but now we're down here. We got Lake City backed up against their own side of the field, and let's see if we can get Manton to put some pressure on them, Coach. And this is up to our defense now.
I formation. Bisball's going to be under center, wide to the right, wide to the left, single receivers. Handoff to Peddler in the back of the I formation, and able to make about, we'll give him 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 3 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter tonight. Coming to you from Manton, opening night of Highland Conference action as the Rangers host Lake City.
Kind of a defensive battle here, Coach. Oh, we had some good drives and some good plays by both teams. We're coming up short. Things are just falling a little bit short from the offensive end, but
very good ball game so far. Under center, Bisball takes a snap, hands off to Peddler again. This time he goes right, or that's Marion this time in the backfield. Ben Marion took the handoff. He's all the way out to the 20-yard line, but there is a penalty marker. I got a feeling this one's going to come back.
It's coming back. We've got a hold here on the offense.
And where the ball's located, that's going to be half the distance to the goal, which is going to back Lake City up near the 5-yard line. We'll see where the officials actually mark it, just inside the 5 at the 4. So Lake City backed up to their 4-yard line, and it'll remain 2nd down.
The 2nd and 10.
And about 10, right back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, there's the break the Rangers needed, and now we need to put some pressure on and get to 3rd and long and force a punt here.
No score yet tonight. Clock working down towards 2 minutes in the opening quarter. Bisball under center, takes a snap. Quick pass out to his left, completed. And Lake City with the pass completion, nowhere to go, though, once he had the ball, and Manton defense reacted very quickly.
Yeah, so Radin shed his block there and got hands on him and wasn't able to turn it upfield, and he got some help from Moore and Hahn on the outside. So Radin able to shed his block on the wide side. They're kind of out on an island by himself. He just shed his block, gets some hands on the receiver, just enough to slow him down, and then we had that swarm effect with Hahn and Moore able to come in there, Coach, and clean it up, and actually they only gained 1 yard.
1 yard. Huge play here for the defense. 3rd and 9 at the Lake City 5-yard line. Manton could get definite field advantage with a stop here. Quick pitch in the end zone. It's loose in the end zone. And Manton taking the ball carrier out of bounds in the back of the end zone. It's going to be a safety.
It's going to be a safety
for the Rangers.
Good defensive call by the Rangers. They sent Hahn on a stunt, and they went to do a pitch. Hahn actually knocked the ball down. Lake City jumped on the ball in the very back of the end zone, and they picked it up, and they run him out of the back of the end zone for a safety. So Rangers are going to take a 2-0 lead here, Coach, and they're going to get the ball back with 1:19 left in the first quarter.
Well, with that great field position, it's nice to see him come away with something, and they're going to get the ball.
They are.
To boot here with the safety. So a huge play by that Manton defense on 3rd and 9. They stop Lake City, plus get the 2-point safety, and they're going to come up with the football. So
I can't remember what game we did last year, but I remember us always saying that 2 points. Someone had a safety somewhere. Maybe it was Lake City's playoff game, but someone had 2-point advantage somewhere, and we always kept coming back. And I think the end of the game ended up being a 2-point difference. So every little bit helps there, Coach, and that was a good call by the defense. Hahn was right at the line on a blitz, got in the backfield, knocked the ball down, and once we're starting to get our guys in the backfield, Lake City's backfield, Coach, good things are going to happen for the Rangers.
Well, what's happening right now too, Jordan, is that the Rangers getting a little confidence. Lake City's been so strong, and they've had a good first quarter, and boy, that momentum can build, and they start feeling good about themselves. And they just had a 12-play drive. They didn't have anything close to that last week at Joburg.
Right. And the other good thing about this, Coach, is the safety. You got to kick off from the 20, and they normally kick off from the 40. So we should be able to get the ball. I would even think if we can get a decent return here, we should be able to start this drive in Lake City territory.
Lake City ready to kick. Deep for the Rangers. Moore and Radin. Here's the kick. And it goes to Caleb Moore through his hands, back near the 25. Picks it up. 30, 35. 40, got some running room, 45, goes shift, now 50, into Lake City territory. Caleb Moore, not real fast, but very shifty on that one, Jordan.
Yeah, we were waiting for him to turn on the speed, and he didn't need to, really. He just kind of shifted through the defense and didn't get a real good start with it. The ball kind of sailed him over his head and through his hands. So, but like I mentioned, Coach, with them having to kick off from the 20, now the Rangers got that return, and we get to start on the 40, the 46, 47-yard line in Lake City territory.
Spread formation from the shotgun. Helsel looking deep, left side. He's
it.
out there, and he's got it. Radin into the end zone. Isaac Radin from Helsel. 46-yard touchdown pass. Helsel to Radin. Wide open out there, Jordan.
Coach, that's the same exact thing we just seen. We just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pass plays ago, the Rangers threw a 30-yard pass from Helsel to Radin on the exact same play. This time, they didn't have the overtop safety help, and when they did have the overtop safety help, it was too late. Radin's far too quick.
Now the Rangers lining up for the extra point kick. This is McKernan. Ready to kick. Held by Lane Helsel. Ball's down, kick up, and blocked. No good. That's going to leave our score 8-0. Well, that's one spot where the safety comes into advantage already.
Yeah. Now we got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion advantage, and we didn't even have the 2-point conversion. We had the safety. So Rangers go from a safety to a touchdown in 2 plays.
In a matter of seconds. So we've got 58 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Rangers get the first touchdown of the ball game, and they lead it 8-0 over the Lake City Trojans. Of course, Lake City, 2-time defending Highland Conference champs, undefeated regular seasons the last 2 years. Of course, the big thing that kick would have done is make it a 2-possession game, which is not to be overlooked. But with the safety, it's like scoring a 2-point conversion. Manton up 8-0, ready to kick off to Lake City.
Coach, if I'm Lake City's coach, they're scratching their head trying to figure out how they're going to cover Radin. We can hand him the ball on a jet sweep and he runs for 5-6 yards, or we can turn him loose for 47 down the sideline. And right now they don't have an answer for him.
We have had some open receivers tonight. Here's the kickoff from the Rangers, taken at the 20-yard line to the 25, the 30, the 35, out near the 40-yard line is number 2, Taylor Butkovich for Lake City. And Lake City will go 1st and 10.
A couple of missed tackles on the return there by the Rangers, Coach, but I think the Rangers are going to have some really good confidence, Coach, if they can get through this quarter and get back with their coach, go into the second quarter with an 8-0 lead, and see if we can't get our defense to turn it back up and get us the ball back.
Bisbal back to the shotgun now. Looking to his right. Pass sails on Marion just a little bit. Through his hands. It was a high pass. Maybe could have been brought in, but would have been a tough catch. Incomplete. We'll bring up 2nd down 10. .48 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Manton Rangers 8, Lake City Trojans nothing.
Marion, normally a pretty reliable receiver, Coach. That one off his hands, a little bit overthrown. But I think Lake City's going to have to go to the air and rely on him a little bit to potentially get back in this game and try to tie it up here before.
Bisball in shotgun, keeps it himself, got through a tackle. He's got some opening across midfield into Ranger territory at the 47-yard line. Boy, the Rangers had him at the line, but he squeaked through and made the big gain for the first down.
The Rangers sent that guy on a blitz, coach, and he run right by the quarterback on the keeper. And another good call by the defense, coach. We just missed him. And we're not going to bring him down with an arm tackle.
No. Gain of 14 on the run for Bisball, giving the Trojans a first down on the Ranger 47-yard line. First couple possessions, Lake City did go shotgun, then Bisball moved under center, now back to the shotgun. One setback to his right. Here's the snap, rolling to his right, looking deep and well overthrown. Intended again for Marion, but that time he didn't have a chance.
He did not, and we had some pressure coming on Bisball in the backfield, coach, so that forced him to get rid of the ball. If he had had a little bit more time, potentially been able to make a little bit better pass out there to Marion, but good coverage by Rigneris, too, coach. I mean, he was forcing them to beat him over the top.
Pass defense. Trojans break out again, spread formation. In the shotgun, this time set back to his left. Fakes a handoff, looking over the center, and thrown incomplete. No flags. Bisball just missed the target. That's going to bring up a third down and 10. I'm not sure even who he was intending that one for.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean either.
He had a receiver in the area, but it really wasn't close to being a completed pass.
Coach, last time we had third down and long, we had some guys sent from the linebacker position in there to do some disrupting in the backfield, and I expect the Rangers to do that again, Coach. If we can get it in a fourth and long situation here near the 50, I think Lake City might give us the ball back.
Here's a snap. Bisball straight back, looking deep to his right. Heaves it out there. Well defended. Knocked down, incomplete. And that's going to bring up a big fourth down. Great coverage that time.
I can't imagine there'll be too many more times they start throwing it towards Helsel's way. He's running the route like he's the receiver and playing it as he's the receiver. I mean, if he was in a white jersey, if we had two guys out there in a white jersey, we wouldn't have known who the ball was going to. He's playing such good defense.
Lane Helsel was right there in the path of the ball. And actually, I think the Lake City defender became the Lake City receiver became the defender that time.
Yeah, or we were going to have the ball again, Coach, at the 30-yard line. Now they're going to punt it to us. We got Raiden standing back at the 10.
Well, we'll see. I don't know if they'll try to go on fourth down. They do come out, show punt formation. Just 2 seconds left to go in the quarter. This could be it for the first. Snap is good. Kick is a little short, going to Lake City's left and actually hit out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it.
25.
At the 25-yard line where the Rangers will take over. That is the end of the first quarter. We've got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout. We'll go back to the studio. We will be back in 30 seconds.
Lutke is the right combination of experience, service, knowledge, and old-fashioned honesty. By providing a full range of forestry equipment services through 3 strong divisions: Lutke Equipment, Lutke Hydraulics, and Lutke Forest Products. Lutke can offer their customers the very best service, price, and always top quality products from a company that knows the challenges that loggers face every day. They offer the top brands with a full line of steel products, Traeger grills, and a full-service hydraulic and machine shop for all of your everyday needs. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 231-824-9506.
Welcome back to Manton High School. Rick Swanson along with Jordan Shepler bringing you the home opener of the Manton Ranger football team this year. Also the Highland Conference opener for both Manton and Lake City tonight. We are ready to start the second quarter, and the Rangers lead at 8-0, coming up with a safety and following that up with a touchdown once they got the kick following the safety. And 8-0, Manton's going to put it in play on their own 25-yard line, first down. Here we go, second quarter. Spread formation left. Helsel takes a snap, gives it off up the middle, and the running play is going to pick up about 3. Jacob Hahn on the carry for the Rangers. Not much room to run that time inside, but you do have to keep people honest.
What I'm noticing with Hahn, coach, is last week when there was that much space to run. He tried to do something with it and get outside and lost some yards and, had some troubles with fumbling the ball. This time he's going up the field.
Helsel back to throw, looking deep and well overthrown that time. Looked like Helsel thought Regnerus was continuing the deep pattern. Regnerus cut it off a little bit. He was actually open, but well overthrown.
He was well overthrown, Coach, and there was really no pressure in the backfield. He had time to throw the ball. I think it was just a miscommunication, like you had mentioned, between the quarterback and the receiver. We had the quarterback throw a streak route, and he was angling towards the center of the field a little bit. So 3rd and 7, Coach. Let's see what we can do here.
Spread formation right. And actually we have a timeout taken on the field. Timeout here in Manton. We're going to take a timeout also. Stay with us. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Bostic's Drugstore in Manton is your locally owned pharmacy. You can count on Mike and his professional staff to take care of all your prescription needs with a personal hometown touch. You'll get a comprehensive medication review every time you pick up a prescription. Bostic's Drugstore accepts most insurances and administers flu and shingles shots with a prescription. They're also your home for Manton Rangers and locally made Michigan apparel, plus cards, gifts, and toys. Stop into your friendly hometown pharmacy, Bostic's Drugstore, on Main Street in Manton, or call 231-824-6465.
Welcome back, everyone, to Manton High School. Rick Swanson and Jordan Schepler. Manton hosting Lake City tonight, Highland Conference action. Manton High School band entertaining the crowd down in front of us. 3rd and 7, just nicely into the second quarter. Manton with the football. Radin goes in motion from right to left, sets up in the slot. Now Hahn goes in motion. Helsel all alone in the backfield. Tried to get it out and intercepted by Lake City. Tried to get the ball out to Jacob Hahn. And the Trojans come away with a big play by the Lake City defense.
Yep, Coach, that's all same thing we've seen on the last play that was tipped. They had a guy in the backfield, Lake City did, who was able to get back there and tip the ball. And the guy that was actually coming up to make the play on Hahn, the ball fell right near him, and he was able to secure it. So Lake City will take over the ball on the Rangers' 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Rangers are now stuck deep in their own end zone.
Yeah, great field position here for Lake City. Definitely the best position for a drive tonight yet. Manton defense has to step it up. From the shotgun, Bisball takes a snap. Hands off to Marion in the backfield. Got some running room off left tackle. Down inside the 15. And they're going to mark it at about the 13. Close to first down yards, maybe a yard short, it'll be 2nd and 1.
Yep, good 9-yard run by Marion there, Coach. And if they can't get him the ball through the air, they'll let him run the ball off the left-hand side of their line.
Yeah, they just didn't. I'm thinking the last couple of years, they did not run Marion out of the backfield, but we've seen that a few times tonight. From the shotgun, Hunter Bisball, quarterback, takes a snap, hands off up the middle. That's Marion again. He's a big guy to bring down. He's inside the 10 to about the 8, but a penalty flag came flying into the middle of the line.
Going to have a hold.
That was a gain of about 3. Would give Lake City a first down.
Just coming back.
But it is a hold against the Trojans. So big break for the Rangers. And from the spot of the foul, moves the ball back to the 20-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 8 now for Lake City.
About a 12-yard turnaround there, Coach,
yes,
from a 3-yard gain or 4-yard gain to 8 yards back. So
big play. The Rangers have to use that now. Tight formation now. 2 tight ends. Under center. I formation. Handoff up the middle to Marion. No running room that time. He might have got a couple just on brute strength. But the Rangers were there to put a stop to that one. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Good push up front by Lytle, Coach. He was able to push in and get some momentum from our line this time, Coach, and be able to move them back.
Gain of 2 on the play, 3rd down and 6 for Lake City. Ball's at the Rangers' 17-yard line. Bisball again under center, tight formation. I formation behind him. Handoff right side, Marion caught from behind, brought down and was able to get inside the 15, close to first down yardage, but I think it's going to bring up a big fourth down, maybe a yard short.
Good push by Hahn again there, Coach. He was able to bring him down from behind, and he just hung on until he could get some help there to bring Marion down.
So a gain of 5 does move the ball to the 13-yard line. Fourth and a long one for Lake City. Obviously a big play here for both teams. Trojans this time come out in spread formation. Marion the only setback to Bisball's right. Rangers come across from the left side. Jacob Hahn jumping, and that's going to be an offside. Give Trojans a first and goal.
Got a little taste of our own there. We got drawn offsides, a little taste of our own medicine there. We got a first down from it. So now Lake City does, Coach. Now they're going to go from the situation they're in to a first and goal at the Rangers 9-yard line.
We'll see if the Rangers can keep them out of the end zone. Spread formation. Marion, the lone setback to Bisball's right. Takes a snap, keeps it himself right up the middle. There's some running room. And Hunter Bisball into the end zone for the Lake City touchdown. 8-yard touchdown run from quarterback Hunter Bisball pulls Lake City to within 2 at 8-6. Now we'll see if they try the 2-point conversion to try and tie it, or if they'll be going with the kick.
Going to tie it up, Coach. Right here, if the Rangers can maintain their